Yamama ko about the original TV so and then so be atena say ye be din komo ewo Nsem dwumadie so and then so ye be sua de ahwe enema ekoso a yetudin say injunction utidin bebre obi akọje injunction injunction e kwa enedien ebre pan na biduma de injunction why na say kọje injunction na de na say court no wiase na grant injunction de amame am court say me kope. We need to understand all these things. Na say the building injunction no na nkofo be say injunction be seven injunction odwane ye da kotal ne dan ho ye da kotal sen ene ye beti ni nyina ase ne lawyer na oni ye beti na se be di djuma no etwe ho back to ye ni din betudwa na ye na kire na ye hye komodi na se ye ntwe ho mra e ma san djuma dis medin edetwumberema. Yesa makwa ba biom de ba ene so dwumadie so wo original TV so Nsem dwumadie nie ene so yesin konwa atenase a yebesua de afa injunctions ho na yare se ade ampu ne yefre ne se injunction ebere ban na wo betumi age injunction ato obi so na sa to bibi so wuti bi mebre bu a se wo yiye bi na mana ko injunction ade ato yiye no so de yiye no timi ma so obi si osidan yes obi agye injunction ateno so nti odimi sidan no obi si okota saase ne injunction da so mutimi nkwa saase ne so enema bebre ne nkofo agye injunction da to so ene ye besua de ne ahwe se ade ne fa ne injunction ebre ban na ye betumi agye injunction why ne betumi akogye injunction why ne ntimi nkom ade na court be hwa ansa na wa grant injunction de amame me court ade na court be hwe na wakasa injunction ko an me mabasa mepe na so menzentimi nka ade na court be hwe ebra ye de injunction na serve me na manni so na mabuso yesema me nko ho makọ yesema me nkosi dan na makosi yesema me nyayiye na mayayiye na obra yese ye de injunction ateso ene ye besuan de pa saade we yade edi nkrofo nya ebu akọ abato political parties obati yesu abana mbato no obi akọ de injunction de abato enti yesa abato no timi maso yeti bi da bia ye hu bi da bia but injunction ya wote ase ye ba uhu adi unimade ko de man ye friend say injunction no na hu so so pa akora ne sen what is the core effect of injunction about ni so wo me a yakoji betia me no ene sen ene de okoji ye no so no e de ye no so benya free mu adentina ye ma me kwan ma me nkwa ma de ampesa me ye no na yesi ntimi nye adentia ene lawyer watena sia oni ebedi se nkomo yi na asua de ene lawyer Gideon Tetteh ene de ndin ma hu ni yabo lawyer Gideon Tetteh Abrante akama the last time one na ni ebesua de efa bail ene arrest ene yi enso wo de be fa injunction ni mu na ye hunu di won biara na free enade kro wo nam no bi ka jeso akoje injunction atia wa wo hu di wo mu ene di enim na cancel akwaba
senior we just pa bi abako de
abako na answer
nyame adu
good one fe
oh
vacation de wudi ni eba
say by the last day enti Monday there na ye be share ye
gown no back
gown na enti
as well
ye be boy say Friday ye kokko then ye share we ba me say Tuesday ni ye legal apparel
correct was it bi abako there
oh bi abako
ojira no ko bia na
oh me cover all last week na me who say one of my clients was see yes some banning on
noise making
and now me so now me be say hey for how many weeks now say 4 weeks and say hey 4 weeks they easy now so but I see well after that the full celebration tea
if you chilling
party there's a lot of sales in there because Friday Saturday Sunday there is going to be massive for him but it's part of it festival there when you are
yeah that's the sentence what you bre any abetan say you be sure na yemusa ade the friend say injunction ade ade
you me that say be chia conform omuhwen yeah injunction no yeah to say your order from the court say ebia to obeka say ebia menye say and I menye say until ebia asem no ye wie e wo court enti eno need the simple terms of injunction enti just to say the oye no either say ube jai at that moment and na ube jai at that moment answer na asem no ye can one asem or court and na court be say okay men start to crumple until the fact say court no ebe say okay e be asem no e be a call fever and na enko fever answer na e be a the oye no and the activity and project oye no ubetima to so enti injunction no anu
na everybody na metimi akopa injunction.
So,
and answer, yeah, everybody. At what point in time do you seek for injunction?
First of all, say injunction. One of the basic ones say, who should say the activity na project na ebi nipa ko oye no. Say court no am catch on say omunja na omun stop at that moment. Ebe affect you. Say before because say irreparable damage.
Okay.
I say.
Na say or how are yentimi enya bibi mfensi ano.
No cre. Enti most of the time no say court no per se ema injunction say catch court to say omo nyesa order no against our party no pa de ebe ha adwem ebia answer na by the time no na ebia asem no ye be wi asem no ebia by that time no ebe how pa enti enuni the major issue in terms of injunction. And most of the time no most of the time court no per se omo tie said there say omo masa order no and omo masa order no ebia ebe how adwin pa na ebia say you can't even say you be ma osika crampo it will not sort or solve the problem answer na you be ma osa order no.
I see. Na yenhwe say are there different types of injunctions?
There are various types of injunction, but in Ghana, the Obetino, the interlocutory and interim, most of the time, but there were various ones. There were even Mareva injunction and all that. But just for the listeners to understand the law on local terms, you better share just the very common ones, and you need the interlocutory and interim. Interlocutory, you know, who say, Ubia court, your man injunction, and say, just for some few days, 10 days, be na enu die ye ka say enu die ye onibako kokota wunya say obema would notice say ibia ye filing injunction against your court enu die we who say court obema sa order no for just a few days because
enu na the interim injunction
and just for 20 most of the time we say 10 days
okay
enu die just to just because usually the court will say who person who can say yenye injunction party and yes just say nipa kuno no who person injunction no on to say yeah na asem aba court enti on bra na on kan asem enti usually no interim there is just the fact say who catch on no just the fact say we corner court be ka say bia ye be ka no S party say mean say the party no nipa kuno no pese yen serving no on say
na say na chini yakwade
no
okay
but for interlocutory injunction no there say nipa kuno pese yen injunction no court no emasa order no say onya copy yen on say wo de na asem aba court say yen masa order say okay injunction no or he shouldn't do an activity or no on tours and projects be and enu there sa order no yes say who serving no who man notice na usually no just say asem no ye wie asem no e wo court no ema maybe a judgment and sana nipa kuno betimia go back to the project and now to us in terms of an activity.
Okay.
And anything like both Becca say okay maybe onto the final determination of the case. And these are the two common ones now. Maybe most of the time no yet because usually even in recent times politicians any even in conform almost on properties now they are always rely on either interlocutory injunction or interim injunction.
That is interlocutory injunction. They said, "Okay, yet I see here, and no, ye bra court na granting na before the court na granting na say me a ye kwagia betia me no minim na say me ya we say ye kwagia betia me na me court obi the court ntie mi enu ya say na court na granting no
no
and so the maye no a na say no de ebeda wa kwesi say de kana say da wa kwesi asem na be di be wi there is some 10 years na say ebeda wa 10 years
enu de usually no say once the pakuno say yema sa other party no ekwan say on toa nya de ebia say ye wi asem no pa de ebia be affect o pa enti wo de enti say wo yes sa justification no of course usually no say ebitimi aba say yesanya massa injunction no in the long run in the pakuno na ebia yama no injunction no say time ye wi asem no it may affect you the other party say you can't even do anything about it. And to do na usually most of the time no nkofo omo pese yenye omo nyeza intellectual injunction enu de wo wo ya frel say brabe ka wasem asi me say o pese yen injunctive enti what do you have to see now also be ka wasem to see whether indeed ewu hia say ye be grant sa intellectual injunction enti it's also always for the final determination of the matter.
Okay, so you hear the say injunction ye de ma ya grant interlocutory injunction ya okay ya de ama ye court wo am say na ne bi secrecy enu bi na Dr. Dufo pay for NDC elections
and also your friends occupy
the Bank of Ghana
the Bank of Ghana the other one Oliver yeah no
occupy Julobi House.
Yeah, Julobi House no.
Okay.
So almost there was a debate as to the fact say injunction no almost guarantee and I almost guarantee.
So I want to use the council. Injunction no ya file. Me lawyer for file injunction mama. Ya interlocutory injunction. Enye interim ni yepe. We are no you be talk about expert say okay. Enye ni yepe. Ya interlocutory. Na interlocutory no ya grant ba me say nkofo ya court file say injunction. But court ntie me, court ntie wo. Nti court make any pronouncement biara on the matter. Abana sanwa. Is there anything against me to prevent me from doing something?
No, there has never been a fixed stance or a fixed position about it, depending on the judge before the matter before that particular court. Because make I say, because one of the cases, judge no say, or no, the matter is not there's no fixed position. Either say, once you file a interlocutory injunction. Either say once you serve your amount of service and I say who ebia don't won here say ube to so or ube to activity no so ana ube to project no so ana ube train say and sana ebia yabama yaba grantee injunction until there's no fixed position until depending on the situation hand but usually no ube who say to say electoral commission against internal elections of the NDC the electoral commission see once obi filing just that alone omba and there's no up to now no I'm not aware of any fixed position depending on the situation ube who say they all depend on lawyer no be say obi to aso ana to approach so ana obi say once you have been served we dey train because it is either say you have several injunction but say a court against you it means it is going to affect you.
Yeah.
Now, and usually when who say depending on your lawyer, better say once they've served with the injunction, say who say as the it can wait. You can the lawyer make a say then you wait and let's listen. Let's go to let's appear before the court now at least. Yes, you can same, but say depending on your lawyer, which make say the end train. Let them grant it on the side of the occupied Julobi House. So during that one, the police for no almost serve occupied Julobi. That's what I got. Said they did not even serve the occupied Julobi House. And the say there was even an injunction. Some of us say yes, serve your money, so the court did not grant it. And see, it depends on the court or the judge that we file this intellectual injunction. Meaning say some lawyers say I'm filing intellectual injunction na ye serve wa now to us in terms of activity, no, they will file for contempt. I've seen some seniors doing that. I've also seen Omuka say, once they've not granted the injunction, they will not be, but they will not to us because of trial, the court has not granted it. And see, there's not a fixed position. And see,
because they are okay. So, Obi file for contempt. Contempt, they say, I say me TETTE court and I mean, say court a customer term na mean so. So where are court no and can be for injunction no. No more than him. But when you see ye and make any statement on it. A man is a contempt, which I also would get me not near contempt.
You see, that's why anything that you see, lawyers even doing that. Say, oh, dear, that is their position. And I've come to appreciate say that a issue of interlocutory injunction power there, there's not a fixed position. And I know now, make Kai say it was that same general Kai say, depending on him, he can decide say, ebia sa contempt no, obeti contempt no, ana obetwen say obeka say that contempt is not necessary. And sana ebia this say or guarantee sa interlocutory injunction. And that is where I even came to appreciate the law more because I can say he can decide the position. Obeti miafa say, well, once they've served you, any uye bibia is contempt. And now we can say, well, once they have served you, but or not, on granted in interlocutory injunction there, then he can decide to do anything. That is the position now. Bompire say the court, if the Apex court, Supreme Court will come to a finality on that matter. Say when can we say injunction no, interlocutory injunction no, yes everywhere. On ana within was interlocutory injunction. When can we say you must not continue your activity? Is it when there are several ana you guarantee because electoral commission made us know say on this in NDC electoral election made us know say once they've even served them, court to come and committee do not call.
Na say nanu ya insukre ya won twino din. No so say obi Ghana for bi ni political parties ni bi. I mean different proceedings.
Yeah.
Wọ́n nyina akọ court am say bi Koforidua bi wo mu Tema High Court wo mu ne am Accra so High Court na dade. Ni nyina no even though am say Accra am say Supreme Court come body am kra wo. NDC ni other political parties ni file. But ever no nto no. The same electoral commission na so no nano no say oh once a wo akọ court na yenya kro ntie wo me mma no. Sa commission one so to an amount will be a court against open interlocutory injunction BU.
Everything I use is there. So depending on the situation, the lawyer who believes ABR accept they can call the bluff of the note the injunction application. That's the point. There's no fixed position.
I see.
Unya lawyer na lawyer the lawyer bekano and no na ubefa then that should be it.
Very well. Therefore, and for a more sharing, communal egusu die efa injunctions na yesua de kakra so far. Omayati say and say injunctions ne na hodo na so no mienu bi pa na ya na etidy in na say ekosopa wo ye man ga na muga. Gedi kan ye ex parte injunction na eta friend say interim injunction. Ana say interlocutory injunction na eno de se yagitia wa na asam no a question na court no enimwe no se court no grant say injunction ni ma me a me kope no a lawyer me ati ase say injunction be gina watia wo saa kope mu se court no be di ase no be wie no abuafo ene bem e wasem no mu ansana say injunction ye interlocutory injunction atwene ho afiri ho na fe di odi bem akofa na ade di odi fo atwene ho na wachela me ati ase Emprepin the man court grant say injunctions when you say or hwese why na ebia e pase bia esase ana obi bi so sit down so me say asase dey media say one grant injunction no asembusa ne say how ben anasusa so ben na menya susa bia emfa how bia mreme say emfa how bia mreme dia say ne ama injunction na nyehwe ne mbom say din susa so mbeba Ibe wiye no ye fa ne se bi obi isi abrosan o masa ase ne so be me ye me de na ka menye ma de se bi isi abrosan wo so e bi an ka me be park as tire se court na grant injunction na mame ya na ye makwan ma obi isi dan no wo so abrosan no wo so wiye a ye wiye am park na me ka so no be me different ye Nti lawyer Yusuf Brofo bi was an irreparable damage. Ahyɛ ne sɛ how bi a obetumi anya ya empata bi ntimi nsi sɛ how na no kwan. Nti saa de ni nti bo na court na tie no ahwɛ. Na judge no nya nsɛm mu no, a grant say injunction na ama me ekɔpɛ. Sɛ ɛne nti okay fi na de ko mo bi yɛ nkɔ saase no so bi. De ɔpam, de wodua, de ɔyɛ de yɛmfesi wa. Yɛdi asɛm no wi a na ba bi ɛbɛtɔ no. Wo a wopɛ wo de no akɔfa. Ebra wo tie nkomodie ya wo adwenkyerɛ wo question bi busa na sɛ bibia wo nte ase a. WhatsApp line na wo screen no so na 0550 0550 090867 0550 090867. Fa question fa WhatsApp line no so. Fa wadwenkyerɛ bi a pa fa WhatsApp line no so. Wo a wo hwɛ wo Facebook no so. Question bi a wo bi a fa Facebook page no so. Yɛbɛken kan and ye backing kan no so e dia ma wo ye ko ye nim no anu so no ahoma no ye bi atom wa wo hwe wo bi biara wo so question bi a e fa injunction ho na wo nte ase na apese obusa no wo se ma kwa ma wo so afre na wo so de wadwen kire na se wo question number na lawyer ajebre ayi wa no kama ye ko ye nim counsel na me question be se mbisa bi no se ya granting injunction no ama me na nso nipa no amene ne atwema nso no wantie ade na yesime na nye na ogusu a wo ye eba no sa ade na se me ye ye fa no se mini lawyer ana mene na twese manso no na nso no me makopa injunction makot ndi ama me na nipa amene ne atwema nso no ontwe ne ho mfi ade na court no se wontwetwe no so ne bi ene gwa na nkran ha behu anadwo na juma ana bo mu si ta de betwe no bi ani ho ansa na bi ana ni ba se ho ya juma e ba no sa de na se me
se sisi se o first of all un hwe se nipa kuno no ya ma no ya serve no ana onim se injunction no ya granting na onim se bia ya ma no copy se dia or he's aware
and ya hono ba che wo daruma before so beto aso kire mu ye ma ye injunction is a court no granting wadan ni mu a court dan ni mu no a I was say a signed the nipa na meni ameni atwema so no ye serve no ansa na injunction na ayadwuma na ana court no kan wodam ho na ebe adwuma
usually say nipa kro ewo court no na court no emasa injunction no a it means say or ya aware say injunction no ya granted usually we be who say ye injunction no kwampo ye betimi aka say go and paste that injunction on the property
okay
right usually because sometimes who draw the attention of the judge say up to now ebia ukoha ube say anajo na omu sidan anopa hu bia and all that then based on that the court make say the injunction has been granted copies are injunction on the property now at least obia be who say an injunction has
anajo for na ko no
say ye hu and say BBC na who says still in conform to aswa that's when we betimi a file content application of course say yes say yen kai say Jesus court there untumi nye content application because you don't do that there but say circuit court and high court and all those courts at least betimi apart from the district court
I see now must an injunction always be granted the first time I file na come in my application no I was a court and grant me at all costs bribiana and I said there are times that court no because well me hwe mu no ano we dey me no nya dwenti me grant injunction ne mo asade because we dey
yeah I mean say I do there who file it doesn't mean say automatically you be granted you have anti court bet me hwe we be hwe facts no na if lawyer no say the organ no say unconvinced court say the who can say yen granting injunction no grampo say who here say be granting injunction you there's because court when granting injunction and there's always a possibility there is not a surety say once we yes application for injunction no pa there yes the be yes granting there be it's not a surety because it says as I say we yes application na aka say won convince court to say sa injunction ewu hia pa because omo sa injunction pa there ebe ha in terms of the fact say assembly ye wie no assembly e bia untumi nko back and untumi ye there say won ye bia activity and project so enti enye surety say at all cost we file sa application for injunction no ebe call your favor enu nti na sometimes no who say depending on the institution of the person because say once injunction has been filed keke na ebia ya 7 no say on say injunction on any activity because on pay assembly because say grantee now in the long run and now yeah for injunction now it doesn't go in the person's favor. It means say and maybe to us in terms of put just now because it means that you have to stop everything and you get a lot of loss. And that's why most of the institutions and individuals, depending on their they say once injunction has been served on us on train because they don't want any loss that it is unnecessary.
Very well. Ahumano yebi edi atum from this time onwards. Your phone line is 0550 090 702 0550 090 702. What my friend, na mesra wada ma afra. Bo modern say untie wo hu TV ne so. E dia na meka biya na meka na wa ha obete e wo phone mu. Entie hu TV ne so. Na emom no lower volume set on the TV no. Se bia biduma think and yenso nya feedback no wa na busa question bia busa biara. Ahoma no na wo screen no so no. Biduma fa na wa friend no busa question bia busa. Dey ku yanim no Alfred Kuyoli. Or say kudos lawyer Chumberima and then your guest lawyer Tete. I'm watching you guys from Germany. On a social here from Germany. Caller, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
But you're from saying?
Pacha Medea.
Auntie, I'm from you.
The free female 7.
Sorry?
Mile 7.
Mile 7, but you're your mount is your grandma. What
Me pacho, maybe say be a obi si dan or massa accessoire. Aha. Na say, they said the Mokasa injunction no. Massa since no see idea no, but yet the court no. Court among quine say injunction in Brasso, and so nipa na yere no one we via the home. But me who so this kama me lawyers for inti me bisa no me ne den wa bra se no court wo via no ho anadwo no ye dwuma no inti na also abrebia na de no as dan o si na ekoso na me asema ye gusu aka no court no ye nkan we but wo say na kwa na ekoso inti no sa no futu be na mo de be ma me.
Very well. Bacho lawyer be you are not TV, more than TV no din better answers here. Counsel, it's just like the name we put earlier one year. Or say your granting injunction no all right. Now so microphone no yo mo ho ekoye adwuma najo. Enti say wo no and am ban na so otu. Ongo twa photo na so ongo twa video me come court na so nko yeden.
Say your granting injunction, the Pakun your granting, I'm sure he was there. He made me PC that injunction order on the property. Apart from that, you know. Say you draw the attention of the court say even though your grantees are injunction almost to us and so you file for contempt because once court grantee injunction now will still to us it means you don't respect the court and
okay.
Court for no the judge will never take it lightly say wama order na the person the and they a very serious issue 90 and they say on back to the court to file our contempt to say order no the got to mine no person this way a court and take action. Well, I'm sure say they will not be spared at all. Okay,
auntie said your question no lawyer here no say but what the next court na dwin so say and order na the man no nipa no mo order no tia no wontie ne mo de o group court na nim tia na fa dance e kwakire e court na mo lawyer for so na mo file for contempt na court no betie wo na order show to no that to call good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
But you didn't know be afraid.
Yo, me frefi pokuase. Me pacho me ni
but you didn't at the same what room.
Me din de maybe.
Sorry?
Hello?
But you didn't design?
Me din de Hana.
Yo, yet you. Anna, all right.
Me pacho me ni me kwaje me ko na mpanimfo bi me na me se pasa kakrato. Na me ko e. Nti me ko na I am for mammy. Omo mammy sano, a video. I will want my trap blocks. There 3,000 Gusina, maybe I never go to the mother. My trap foundation, quiet foundation, 2 bedroom. I said, we have a paper. Omo de akoma, your friend say. Almost a figure away for almost had the cover, my quiet foundation. But I said, my foundation 2 bedrooms and continue, pay the crowd in the land. And I'm seeing the paper. All for paper, and my man was saying, your friend say, oh no. Network camera on your man. Also, and then signing in 4,000 a month. I feel on your video to festival. I mean, there was a mean with the mammy. You know, no sending no conafa.
But your last point in the anti now voice no from country, which one can only be more. What's was for 4,000 bra?
But I have paper, also no sign. Let's sign me obey paper, and then sign.
Okay. What years ago?
4,000. 4,000. Mamma 2,000. When you paper, not you. I bet all these can also toss me. I bet I'm a car, I'm going to my video. I want to crown. As I estate for video. I said, you know that the next one dance with the
all right.
But the call must mean yes, but me.
Very well. You told the Fatison Eddie and lawyer among adventure will be any kind of advice appropriate for you. Why? Yeah, that's it. Council. The question in summary of the whole thing, answer what I say. But be I the man, no, or trap blocks about 3,000 pieces in Busu. At some point, he was relocated. Into maybe one relocated the sanity to a different place. Name or relocating, no. But we are the see what Pejana down, what you was down or this time round. I do about window level. Anna or as usual land documents. And I say on for 4,000 citizens or make it part payment. But and net watching and net watching. Oh, we said be my face. So we are going to go down. Don't worry about it. We are going to down. I mean, nobody's disturbing. So we are going to go down. So now the concern they say, hey, now you what scramble and just there's a demand. So a estate company media. Into one goes down, no questions of an estate company in the bar. No, fine. Me ones will need any proof that assassin water. Into
well, say ownership of property in Ghana had a three. Even Darucha Krampo Kai.
Okay.
First of all, answer apart from documents, as when your documents were assassinated.
That is one.
One. The second one is possession.
Possession too.
And the other one is grant by oral, customary grant by customary grants.
Okay.
By customary grant, according to the customs of
that area.
The area. And it is what take possession. You see that also dance only document, only crata.
Yeah.
Dance what see all the way to window level.
Yeah.
You have taken possession.
Okay.
And unless, but in this period, say estate company, no, say take action. To call you say ABA assassin no. And they don't call your attention, nothing. Now, for close to 12 years, automatically, as assassin, it will not even matter, say, unikrata. And possession is one way. And into the woman who say, in Kofobeka say, oh, these days in Accra, there are more krata, but I say, oh, because you die. Because taking possession is also a way of
claiming ownership. Okay.
Once we take possession, we see foundation, it is extremely difficult for Obibeka say Abia or Bubu dying without a court order, because say or yes or Bubu dying, you can even take him on.
Okay.
You can even take him on, because what shows you can't just get up and come and break your building.
Very well.
And he say go for Omuka say they should continue. Is of course Abia a lawyer, and the lawyers also advise them say there are many ways of ownership of land. Possession is one.
Very well.
And it's only granted, but of course that doesn't mean say you shouldn't give them pressure.
Monte pressure, no
but
okay.
It's still on.
In the Anna Nosempa. Good afternoon, caller. But you didn't know you free.
Good afternoon. A friend Matthew, Mikasa Finungwa.
Yes, I'm about your question.
Okay, me person will be a lawyer. Me to assassin. Na me to assassin na me ni company bi na ye adwuma.
Okay.
And me the assassin ma company no na so mo fa mo car sensisi so. nti wo mu na me ne company ni jae adwuma ye
company na wo no mo ye adwuma na ode ma wo form cars esisi wo
am form cars esisi so
very well
enti ne wo mu ana company me ne o mu jae adwuma ye me ne o mu jae adwuma na o mu da so park o mu car nti eche na me serve o mu notice na o mu yi o mu cars ni nyina free asase no so
okay
ena me ton ma ton asase no e de ama nipa foforo me wo hwa e say company no aboka e ma company na gu na obi a company ne di omuka no e de akokot ma court abeton me masase no e de ese company na boka wa abreko a company ni paper bia wa asase no ho company no mimi din na wo so even ni porton asase no so ma me no akọ witness according to the omuka say court aton no de na ese court aton asem da so court be sin na dan ye oye si be 6 years no da bie court a mommra sa cementa nipa no oto asase no senko o si no cementa gu ho nya agora ni nyina asai nti person bi sa lawyer say nti court wo to me say waja pade na court say maton wabra nipa no akọkọbọ ne ka bi wo baabi na court bi timi beton waja pade ne say yes na nipa ne ye adwuma wo ho nti court aton waja pade say court wo tumi so timi gi obi aja pade ton wabra nipa no emben asem na fe ama waja pade na de o person na akwakoye long process in fact menti ase
all right wadaroma fatusuma ye na dia wasem no benya homoye efilo ya nchen council me de masase ama wo se wotima park o ka waso at some point myself will notice
so that's like you are renting the place
sanity and afei what you know makra bo free masase na so afei de me ko ton sase ni mo obi a na obi de wo kokko de se wo no sase na wo de ka okosisu no anya wodia aya wodia ntino ye nton ne fama me because aya wodia.
I think it's an error on the side of the court, and of course, it's say or the documents do
produce documents
okay to show say document and any definitely a mistake and once or the documents in the character a court into here, I'm sure they will definitely rectify it and it is not going to destroy it because you cannot give what you do not have and at the end say enya wodia a mistake and obviously so the doc or the character no court part there definitely the court will look into it and reverse that decision. I see. It's as simple as that.
And but was they are still in court mpo.
You see that's the point. We need to even understand the full details because exactly. Sometimes sometimes the people don't conform until court no say anti some be adjournment they are wasting your time. But usually, I'm not sure that the court is intentionally doing that. Maybe there are some processes and applications now. Maybe lawyer no maybe do the right and now in conform campo maybe the parties have not been served. And we have not served them. Definitely we cannot even. But because say once you are in court, you definitely get judgment if you know say assassin and you have the necessary documents. No matter how long it takes. And we know very simple. Once SAP assassin, it was only given like year renting. Na ebia nepakuno na or ton companies niemano or your mistake. And you sure so now you say because cars almost pack was assassin, it is part of the company. Once you tender sa crata or court, the court will definitely reverse that decision in that regard. It will not. There's no way. Court will turn a blind eye on that thing. And see, on funny and I'm sure, but I mean say, even though assembly or court, you will definitely get an answer. I'm sure it's just a matter of this. Maybe sometimes we call who say maybe 1 whole month, that month is full, and maybe say as I say the necessary applications no 1 year now 1 year. The court cannot just jump in this. So sometimes you conform with say. Answer. No. Sometimes these are the things that if your lawyers will have to educate on clients.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean say whether the person has been served or not. By all means, unya answer. And about BOG protest and then the case the prosecutors have lost the case because they didn't serve one of the parties. And see, usually must lawyers who say sometimes try and brief your clients as to how the court processes work, so that you won't say, "After court, they will waste your time until you call crampoa and yeah, nena, but that shouldn't be the case."
All right, it has, and you didn't come on. Na me gidi say wa unya abra hwe yen bia no enema ya ka ho asem na yi ebi wasua ebi nso ayi wo nsem bia na wonte ase ano ebi nso abie wani wanuma bi hu ma wo kyena se bibi sa bi si a won the way to go council nya botra chechire mu the kinds of injunctions the types of injunctions ayewo ebra betumi anya ene ho nsem bia amofra ye mo question sound ba mo nya no yie kama ene so chena wote so bi ka injunction ho asem a wonya ho nimde kakra ehunu kwan so fa so wo hu se ya serve obi so injunction and wo busu nso ade esa wo ye no nso ya kire wo ha ama no nso wo hu ye mfasa de so ntu ana mo ne fa nante na ye nsua ne manfiri emra mu ene emra ho nsem wei aye emra nsem dwumadi ene mi amede adwa de dwumadi bre wo ye fa me twum barima counselor na se lawyer na ebedi nkomo na nso ye fa no Gideon Tetteh Tetteh ena na waje akonya ene ebesuade ba kyerɛkyerɛ injunctions mu ebra ebetumi nya ne bra yentimi nya nyinara na wo twese ne ye besa ahia na ye di nkomo foforo nyame hyiran